Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargav again. Welcome to Tidbits on Business and Finance with me. It's a season of populism, pre-poll swaps, pre-poll reliefs, package of goodies. And this season of goodies has actually been triggered by the Congress party. Its president, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has been promising huge goodies in case his party is voted to power in the 2019 elections. His promises began with a farm loan waiver all over the country, which is supposed to cost, if at all the government has the money, it is supposed to cost over 4 lakh crores of rupees. He then followed it up with a huge promise of a minimum income guarantee program when he announced an election rally at Chhattisgarh recently. The total of these two goodies is over 10 to 12 lakh crores, and these are just back of the envelope calculations because none of us know what exactly is the scheme that will unfold. But this is huge competitive populism and elections are on the cards. And because of the compulsion to combat this kind of populism of the Congress, the BJP had no choice but to come out with goodies in its interim budget that was recently presented. And the goodies that have been announced have been primarily meant for 3 segments of society which we feel are the most disenchanted at the moment. And those are the farmers, the middle class and the unorganized labor. The farmers are disenchanted because farm input costs have gone up and farm incomes have fallen consistently in the last 4 years. The farmers are in a situation where real income has come down and they need succor. There is agrarian distress and anger. So that was the first segment. The second segment for which poll swaps needed to be announced was the middle class segment, which has been suffering because of rising unemployment and receding incomes. And the unorganized labor, always a distressed segment, but at the moment it has been facing difficulties in livelihood because of the twin impact of demonetization and GST. These 3 segments are politically significant and important too. They carry huge voter bases and the BJP needs to placate them. So the interim budget had got swaps across the board for many sectors, but primarily these 3 sectors. They needed to be assuaged and placated and reliefs came for them. The BJP needs to realize, and which is where the realization is, that this voter base of the middle class, the farmer and the unorganized sector may not have a huge voice, may not have a big influence, but they express their anguish every 5 years by voting against the rural party if they are not satisfied. And this is what the BJP experienced in the recent state elections of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. So a huge political compulsion for the BJP to come out with goodies for this sector. Now, unlike the Congress party, which is not in power, and so it has the privilege, the ease to make any kind of announcements, whether the government has money or not. The BJP can't be doing that. It is the government in power. It cannot make reckless announcements or reckless promises for it. And if it does that, it would only lose its credibility and show its desperation. So while Mr. Gandhi has got the comfort, the ease of making any kind of a promises, the BJP doesn't have that. And there, its goodies, its promises need to be realistic, which is what one saw in this budget. They didn't seem to be very reckless as far as the outlay was concerned of the tax revenue or the benefit being foregone by the government. They were not reckless there, however much half-baked those measures might seem to be. What were those goodies announced? Let's first look into it and then we will see how effective would they be. Would they really serve the purpose for which they have been announced by the BJP in the interim budget that has been presented? As far as the middle class is concerned, a bouquet of tax reliefs have been given to them, primarily starting with a rebate on taxation. The income up to 5 lakh rupees, a taxable income, now entails a rebate such that if you have income up to 5 lakh rupees, you would pay no taxes. That is the core sector of the middle class that the finance minister has sought to address. So the middle class got tax benefits, a good number of them. The farmers, they have been promised a direct money transfer into their account at the rate of 6,000 rupees per year. It is believed that at the beginning of each sowing season, 2,000 rupees would be credited to the farmer account directly, and this entails a budget outlay of 75,000 crores for the entire year for the government. In other words, the government intends to put 75,000 crores per year into the account of the farmers to ensure that there is a vote swing in their favor. And so important is this measure for the ruling party that this particular measure is effective from 1st December 2018 to ensure that by 31st March 2019, 20,000 crores are expected to have been deposited into farmer accounts. Call it SOPs given directly to ensure that the farmer vote swings in favor of the BJP. And as far as the unorganized sector is concerned, the flagship scheme, the pension scheme that has been announced, is pretty attractive and impressive if it does get implemented the way it has been announced. These are the three measures, these are the three goodies that come in the train of goodies that the interim finance minister got for the middle class, the farmer and the unorganized labor. But this train, according to us, has come a little late. The train of goodies, all these reliefs being showered on this segment of society, to us looks a little late and may not be able to serve the purpose, the political purpose which is behind this kind of an announcement. As far as the middle class is concerned, the reliefs that have been given to them are attractive, but they will kick in only next year. So they will not serve the purpose of building an immediate feel-good factor in the middle class in favor of the ruling party. If this was actually announced last year, by now the middle class would have been very happy because they would have already benefited from this kind of a relief package. This relief package kicks in only after 1/4/2020. So the immediate build-up of a feel-good factor in favor of BJP in the middle class looks unlikely. As far as the farmers are concerned, it is widely now believed that 6,000 rupees a year is not enough, even though this matches the kind of relief which is going on in Odisha and Telangana at the moment, on which we believe it is model. No wonder Mr. Arun Jaitley says that this is the centre's outlay and state governments are free to add further onto it to give a bigger relief to farmers, which we believe the state governments, the BJP-ruled state governments particularly would want to do to ensure that more money goes into the farmer's pocket. If you just look at 6,000 a year, the prevalent thinking is it would not influence the farmer in BJP's favor. As far as the unorganized sector is concerned, we believe that the pension scheme is impressive and very attractive. But then, if you look at the announcement, the scheme itself is uncertain at the moment. The exact contours are not known. And the elections are around the corner. It is not until the elections take place, probably after that, is when the workers may be able to realize that this is a great scheme for them. This is a social security scheme that has been announced, which if you actually see from an unorganized worker's perspective, gives them comfort for the old age, especially when you see it along with the Ayushman Bharat health welfare scheme. The scheme is good, but I think it has come a little late, and its benefit will not kick in favor of the BJP before the elections, which is what it desperately wants. So, here are three relief measures announced in a very modest and moderate manner, not recklessly needing outlays of lakhs of crores, but a little too late, and they may not really give the kind of benefit the BJP would expect immediately before the elections. Truly speaking, these should have been announced in last year's budget. If it was announced then, by now, the benefits would have trickled into all these sections of society, and the BJP might have been able to combat the onslaught of populism on it, which has been unleashed by the Congress. Maybe last year they never thought this kind of a time would come when they would also have to indulge in populism to sway the voters. This is Akhilesh Bhargav signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.